Hello from Japan. Today it is day 8, so I thought I'd give sort of a recap of how the past week has gone, just because I feel like I haven't really talked that much throughout the video, so I'll sort of explain like what we did day by day and how things went. Parents and I flew an ANA flight operated by United. I didn't know this, but what that means is basically it's a code share flight, so even though we booked through ANA, the actual flight and where we checked in and all of the crew cabin, they're all United people. And so what that means is that we had United airplane food, which was honestly not good at all. I'm so used to the Asian airplane food being like pretty good, and I was honestly very disappointed by the food on the flight. If you're ever going to Asia, definitely recommend flying an Asian airline and make sure you check whether or not that flight is operated by a different airline, because that matters a lot. So that was the flight. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention that on the plane there was someone like farting so many times. Like after every single meal they would be farting for like 30 minutes straight. And me and my dad at one point, we just like had our blankets covering our whole like face because we just could not handle the smell at all anymore. So that was not a pleasant experience. Honestly, the time passed by really quickly because even though it was like a 12 or 13 hour flight, I watched like 4 or 5 movies. I think I watched Challengers first. That one, not a big fan. I feel like they spent like 2 hours building up this story, and then the final match, it was just a letdown. Barbie, the Giannis documentary, and Dune Part 1, and then part of Part 2. Barbie was pretty good. Wasn't as good as I expected, to be honest, but it was a cute story. The Giannis documentary was my favorite because I had no idea about Giannis's background. Obviously, I knew he was born and raised in Greece, but I didn't know like his whole story, and so I would definitely recommend if you're into basketball. And then Dune Part 1 was decent. Some parts were slow, but I guess I liked it enough to start watching Part 2. After we finally got there, we went through customs, which took over an hour, and I thought it was probably the worst customs experience that I've had in my life. And I've traveled to other countries in Asia, and I think they've done a better job of organizing everything. So basically, when we landed at Haneda Airport, there was just one line, and it didn't matter if you had like the QR code that you can fill out ahead of time on Visit Japan web. So there's a really long line, and then probably like halfway through, they put you in this other line where there's like different kiosks. And I thought it was like a self-serve kiosk where you can like scan your fingerprints, scan your passport, and then once you do that, you're done and you're out. We weren't being helped, so we were just standing there. And then we go back into the main line, and that took another like probably 30 minutes. Finally, we're like at the front of the line to go speak with the customs officer. And for some reason, an employee made us move to like a different line. And then that employee kept saying like, oh no, they're closed, they're closed. But then they still had people waiting in that line, so it was just frustrating to like have to move and wait even longer when we could have been up. Then we finally talked to the customs officer, and we have to scan our fingerprints again. So it's kind of like, what was the point of scanning our fingerprints the first time when we were like halfway through, if we're just gonna have to do it all over again? Yeah, I don't know if this was anyone else's experience when they traveled to Japan. Took the subway to our hotel in Ginza. It's called Super Hotel Premier Ginza, something like that. I'll link it below. And our room was so small. Like we had a bunk bed situation. It was just very cramped, especially because we had 4 suitcases total. It was a bit hard to navigate, but we made it work. We also had breakfast included for the 3 days that we spent there. I would not recommend the breakfast. It was just bread with like different flavored jam that you could choose. And then they had a smoothie option or a soup option. After eating it the first day, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to Family Mart and get what I want to eat. The first night after we checked into the hotel, because it was like 6 p.m. by that point, we just went to a nearby ramen restaurant. No line, but it was like a really cute and small mom and pop shop. And so ramen was like the first thing that I wanted to eat. So we went there and then we just walked around the neighborhood for a little bit and then honestly just like rested because we were so exhausted from all of the travel.
Yeah.
80. Yay, I got a good fortune. Good marriage and good employment. Soup. Oh.
Cheers.不知道，
一口就吃。
一口就吃了。
Toro was good.
拿笔出来吃，
真是
不然等一下会忘记。
Seaweed.
应该是那种拿不要有办法变出20。
It's like very booty.
你记不到就你没有。
Yellow tail. And which one? Oh, okay. Thank you.
吃就对了。
I don't know what she said.
太贵了，太快了，你吃太快，一顿晚饭咖啡，
Something?
是，
3颗刺，
咱讲较慢的，咱讲较紧。你看你讲较紧有意思。
Why did I just eat the wasabi straight up? Yellowtail, ginger, abalone.
这个很贵，
对吧？
鲍鱼啊，
鲍鱼。
你就问他，
奇怪，你怎么熟了呢？
你要跟他讲你手的，
我不知道是什么，
绿色，软软的。
软软的。
跟你刚刚那个鲍鱼不一样，对不对？干嘛？第一个来，
应该
猪肝，
是。
猪肝对啊，牛肝很贵。
他们seafood 的味道很重。
所以就这个吃下去就不会有味道。
You like that one? Small shrimp. Oh, 那个有加 wasabi. Cheers.
Cheers.
This looks a little out of my league. 有一点不敢吃的样子。
对嘛？
拉出来，
现在拉出来这样子，这很贵呢。很贵，很好吃的。很好吃的。台湾是那个酒是一样的。呢種頭包，
地球and good.
呢種頭包就是多地方，然後
Some nuts.
無厘米是
不能荤腥的不太喜欢。
Mushroom, enoki mushroom. Radish, pickles, and tofu. 因为这个豆腐会摇摇晃晃 ，radish 蛮咸的。Mackerel,
12、13，
可以。
snapback,
还有蟹肉啊，
crab soup
我
with
夹
egg.
一下，慢慢吃。
这有一点像那个
肉羹汤。
呀
下一次
Salmon
注意
roll
下一次
我跟你讲，会洗衣服的人很少，
对，
可以把可以真的。
5分埔买的没有
这不是5分埔买的，
不然在哪里买？
这个6分埔买，这是偷的。
那是什么？davinci，
好像有个牌
没
子。
有。
对啊，
Either you like it or you don't like
我以
it.
为你是在对你的那个100万粉丝讲的，
很
I
臭
can't.
臭。
I can't.
完了不好吃呀，
不是不好吃，就
味道很奇怪。
很臭臭。
it's not my style.
哦，手卷，
Can't
看我讲乜記？
不错，对呀，不错。
100万粉丝，
something something something.
三丁，
所以你把烟花它是有点，刚刚那手卷也是很小。靠近我来一口。
Last one.
Last one.
Grapes. That was a cool experience. I got my fortune read, and I actually got, it's called The Best Fortune. So I'll read it to you guys right now. It says, even if your desire will be slow to come, it's better for you not to be anxious so much. You will gradually become famous and peaceful. You getting good help, your wishes will be finally realized. Your way goes to the paradise of the saints, and you can live long at ease. And then it says, your wishes will be realized, the patient will get well, the lost article will be found, the person you are waiting for will come. I hope that's true. Building a new house and removal are both good. It is good to make a trip, and both marriage and employment are good. So that made my day, honestly. I don't really do the fortune stuff, but I think this one, because it was good, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll believe it today.